Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's Sekiro Shadows Die Twice video guide, we're going to be continuing with our detailed walkthrough. So at the end of last episode, we got all the way down to the Mibu Village idol, just from the depth, and we are going to be continuing from here to the end of this path and picking up one of the two main items. Now, I hope my PS4 is not making an insanely loud noise, or at least you can't hear it, because it is getting quite loud for some reason. It seems whenever I use it for more than like an hour or so now, it just wants to make an insane amount of noise. So the first thing I'm going to do is come down here and face another one of these kick guys. Same kind of pattern, same moveset as every single one of them so far. It has been, I mean, at this part of the game it has been a while since we've fought one, so you may be a bit rusty against them. This guy is obviously also one that can poison you, so you want to watch out for that. And try and make sure you've got some antidotes, I guess. Remember, after the long combo, just press the circle button to Mickey counter, and you should be okay. Obviously this guy isn't counting as a mini boss, so he does only have one health bar. But obviously you're not going to get anything special from him, except that scrap magnetite. Let's go all the way to the end, get the treasure carp scale. So up here we do have a new merchant, and this guy will obviously sell you a few things, some interesting things here, including the two scales and the dragon spoon sake if you want the backstory from some of the NPCs. So from here, let's see, let's climb up this mountain to our right. If you just hop up here, I believe you can just jump across from the idol if you prefer. Either one. Just watch out, there's going to be a load of wolves up here near this tree. You can firecracker them if you want to play it safe. Remember, that will put them directly into a state where you can death blow them. If not, just give them one little slash and they should be dead. Let's go all the way up to the end of the dead end here and pick this coin purse up. I think I may have left a dog alive. Yep. Damn it. There we go. And down below, we did accidentally just drop down to where the shop was, but you could just drop onto the area where these buildings are to our right. And here you will be able to pick this item up hidden behind this building. Apart from that, let's see, we've got these enemies. So in this area, the enemies will actually keep coming out of the ground. They're not infinite. They will give up eventually. I believe they come out of the ground 4 times each. It is really up to you. If you want to hang around and kill them, it's completely up to you. I'm not going to be doing that just because if not, it's going to take an insane amount of time of the video. So, you know, it's really up to you. They don't give you much points or like skill points or gold or sen or anything really. I mean, it isn't a bad farm route if you want to kill all of them and then kill all of them and then kill all of them, because, you know, it's good in the way that even if they don't give you that much, they will keep respawning very fast because they respawn 4 times each. So it's really up to you. This guy will just kind of give us a bit of a clue of a certain NPC that will, you know, be meeting soon, and also give you a bit of the backstory of this area in general. So it's kind of interesting. You just want to grapple out of the house the same way we came in. There's no items in that building if I'm not mistaken. There's going to be an item behind it though. Just watch out, there are going to be a lot of enemies around here. Did we pick the item off the boat? Yes, we did. We'll be coming back to the lake in a second, so don't worry about that. There's also going to be a hole in this building. And in here there will be one item, so make sure you go and pick that one up. And yeah, just grapple out the same hole. I believe there wasn't any item on this roof, if I'm not mistaken. Just watch out for that chicken though. Right, so from here we are going to, let's go up to the left hand side, up the hill. Now there are going to be quite a few enemies. I'm just checking all the roofs. I can't remember exactly what roofs had items and what ones didn't. You want to watch out for these giant guys. You can get backstab on them pretty easy, even if it does look like you just walk straight up to them. They're kind of quite blind. You know, I guess we can take them out. Just watch out for the little enemies though, or the big enemies that we're trying to take out. But just watch out because, like I said, I believe, if I'm not actually mistaken, the ones around here may not respawn 4 times. I'm sure some of them do respawn more than others. I think these guys don't actually respawn. I could be wrong about that though. But it does. Last time I came through here, it did give me the feeling that not all of them respawn, and I think some of them around here didn't really seem like they respawned. But like I said, I could be wrong. But it doesn't look like they're respawning, so I kind of totally... Oh my god, dude. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. But yeah, take out... I really need to stop recording these videos early in the morning when I just turn the game on. I should totally get some practice at the game before turning... or before recording these videos in the future. As long as we don't completely die, we're fine. Just watch out for these attacks, Jesus Christ. Don't underestimate these guys. Anyway, once he's dead, finally. Pick up all the items. I think we did pick up the items. Before heading back down, make sure you grapple up here because there will be an item here. You can continue down this way, it will kind of just skip a tiny little bit. But we do want to just hop back down to where we were before. Pick this up. Just make sure you go all the way back to this big tree because that's where there's going to be a few items. And now this area you want to be special careful because there will be these guys that keep just trying to grab you from underground, and they are incredibly annoying. So I just recommend getting those 2 items and just running or jumping. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Just grab those 2 items and just run for it as fast as possible. Because they're not, I don't think they're infinite, but they can take a while. Like, especially because they do respawn more than once. So let's go up to this little building. And from here we want to go over to this weird little looking platform. Pick this up. And I also believe there's an item inside. As you can see, like over there, that's the path we got the item from by grappling up. There's 2 items in here. I'm sorry for not really killing many enemies in this area, but like I don't really want to make the guide be incredibly long where we're killing enemies over and over again like 4 times. So, you know, you can take your time, and it's probably safer to take your time because they die like incredibly easy. There's nothing up there. Though, however, once we get the dive ability, I believe there was probably not an item, but I believe there was like at least a carp under there. So let's rest at this next idol. And from here, instead of continuing forwards, what we're actually going to do is go back down this path, the other side of the lake, and kill these guys, I guess, if you want. Like, the only enemies I'm really trying to skip are the ones that respawn, just to not take forever on this guide. Right, so down here, I think there's an item near a building, just here. Maybe one more item, or maybe not. You want to, yeah, there, okay, there is. Once you climb up in this building, you just want to move as fast as possible, because once you pick up this item here, or maybe even beforehand, this is the Pine Rest and Ember, which is one of the unique items to upgrade, one of the upgrade paths. So make sure you pick that up. That is a unique one in the game. You obviously clearly don't want to go back down into that ambush, so what we're going to do is actually head all the way up here to the left and double jump on this platform to get up here. Now from here we could go into the lake, like I said, but well, I mean, I think we left like 1 item on this boat. I may as well pick it up now we're here. The rest of the items in this lake are under the water, so we will come back very soon once we just pick up the dive ability, which we will be getting. I knew I missed an item around here. That's what I was looking for, but I somehow missed that. That's why I was jumping around like mad earlier on, trying to find an item there. And I could have sworn there was, and yeah, there was. Watch out, because the little enemy above us is trying to screw us over with terror. It's actually doing quite a good job of it. Oh, damn it, dude. No, I really don't. Just try and look out for the little guys. You know, like these, even these giants you can run past easy. But just if you do go for the giants, I kind of recommend taking out all these little guys first, because as you can see, they're quite annoying. But anyway, now we've done that and picked up all the items, we are back at the idol, so we can rest since we're not going to be going backwards. Not quite yet anyway, not until we beat the boss of the area, because we do want to come back and do a few dives down and get a few interesting things. And once we've got a dive, we can probably go back and do some other things. So here there's going to be a little mini boss called Orin of the Water. Now, this is where we would have led. You remember the NPC that we sent back to the surgeon? Well, this is where he would end up. He would end up actually near the idol back there, and then you would talk to Orin or whatever. And that's basically like where the melody's coming from. So I like I said, I would mention it. So this mini boss you can't actually backstab, because if you talk to her, she'll attack you, and if you run past her, she'll attack you. But there's a little trick that if you throw a ceramic shard at her and it hits her, if we can get it hit her, you can actually get a death blow on her. So it's definitely, if you're struggling, that's definitely a good strat. It's really easy though. You just parry, jump, and jump on top of her from the counter, and pretty much is all she does. As long as you parry a few attacks, and then just... You barely want to even attack her, really. Like, if you want to play it completely safe, just don't even attack her and just parry everything. Well, that didn't work out. But, she shouldn't be too hard. It seems like one of those really, really impossible mini-bosses at some time. When she does the jump, the next one will always be a attack that you can jump over and jump on top of her. And you can tell when she's going to do that. But I think it only works if you parry her. Like, if you don't parry her and you block, maybe she won't always do it. I'm not 100% sure. But normally if you parry a few other attacks, I don't know how I'm jumping over her instead of on top of her, and that's kind of annoying, but, you know. There we go, parry that one, jump on top. You can get probably a few attacks on if you really feel safe, but if you want to play it incredibly safe, just don't risk attacking her. Her posture bar will soon fill up anyway. And you know, the way I'm playing today, it kind of just goes to prove that the game's really not too bad. Like, we're playing horribly, and we haven't died yet, so... Yeah, it's not too bad. I already get the prayer bead and breath of life, so we recharge more health whenever we do a death blow, so definitely worth that. Come over here to the right, pick the lump of fat wax out, jump down to find another chest. I think this one's just got one of those crimson thingies in it. If that's what, I can't remember. Oh, divine grass. That's what it was, what I was thinking of, but I don't know why I just called it crimson something. We can jump up here, but I'm not sure if we can do it directly. There we go. Just do a bit of a double jump off there, and we can continue up. Now, in this next area, I really recommend trying to get the backstab or the death blow on the giant, because these little guys won't actually respawn in this area, which is kind of interesting. There's this guy trying to eavesdrop on, remember the NPC that we spoke to by jumping in to the building through the roof? He kind of gives you a bit of a clue about the guy, the monk in the final house of the village or whatever. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about this house. We can eavesdrop in if you want, but we're actually just going to go underneath and use this kind of inverted trapdoor, which is kind of really cool. Don't know how that works, but it's cool. Let's go pick up this item, divine confetti, which is really good, and a red lump, which basically gives you a bit of poise in the battle. And this is the guy that I was all talking about. Now, at the moment, you can't really do anything, but later on, we will be getting an item that we're going to bring to him. So let's just hop out the back of this building, which is kind of interesting, and then into the roof to pick up another prayer bead, which is great. And finally, we're going to go over here, pick that up. So there is actually an item under the water there, but we obviously can't do that yet. I believe there's actually an item behind the house. Adamite scrap, adamantite scrap, so make sure you go and pick that up. There's multiple ways out of this. You can just kind of go down the river a tiny bit and either jump down to where we got the chest, or you could just jump over here, I believe. There we go. So we do have to come back here. Hopefully I remember that once we get the dive ability, because we're about to get it. All we have to do is beat this boss. Now I probably should have went back and got a few more things. You can actually really cheese this boss really easy. I don't really like cheesing this boss, since I actually is actually one of my favorite bosses. But just for information, you can cheese this boss really easy with firecrackers. One firecracker, this might be 2 attacks. I got a bit carried away, and then I never really choose this guy. In all fairness, I always try and do him fair, because I have a lot of fun. But basically what you want to do is you want to firecracker him and then do 2 attacks, then firecrack him again. Snap seeds also work the same, so if you've got a load of snap seeds and some firecrackers, it will work like a charm. And especially if you do want to use the if you want to also use the I can't remember what it's called, the Tanto, which we got from the abandoned dungeons to get some extra emblems for health, then you can cheese them even longer. But like I said, I don't really like to cheese them, but this is one of the bosses that you can easily cheese. Like I said, I think we should have probably went back and got some more what are they called, gourds, because we only had 2 healing items, and I don't think we're going to be doing great. We may do it without dying, but we'll see. It's all about his posture. This is actually the boss that made me kind of learn that playing like Dark Souls is not the best idea in the world, and how important posture is. It was all to do with this boss on a personal note. I know a lot of people kind of got that at Genichiro, but I actually didn't really get it at Genichiro. I got it more about this guy, because this is the guy I got stuck on quite badly at my blind playthrough. And this guy is the guy that made me get good, I guess you could say. And we're still not doing great though, in all fairness. Still pretty bad. Still like taking this way overconfident. And this is a game that you just simply cannot do that, because this guy is still destroying me. Poke, make it. Especially when you're trying to talk at the same. That attack's so weird, in all fairness. That one that goes under the ground is like, you never know if it's gonna hit you. It's just all about the patterns and the perfect parries, I guess. Not sure if we're going to do this or not. It's really hard to tell. We're doing okay, considering we only had 2 gourds. One more parry, I think we should be okay. There we go. That was close. That was a lot more intense than I would have liked it to be. But considering we only had 2 gourds, that wasn't too bad. We screwed up quite badly though. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to rest here. We're going to get the memory. We're going to get the breathing technique for breathing underwater. Let's do this. I'm not sure if we had enough beads or not, actually. I didn't check. No, we're still missing 1 bead. We should probably rest. Or do we? No, let's not actually rest, just so the enemies don't all come back. That's not a bad idea, actually. There's going to be a lot of enemies coming back in places that we don't really want to waste time if we rest. So let's come through here and pick up one of the 2 main items of the game, key items. We'll be coming back here right next to the end of the game for the final area. But we're just going to pick up the shelter stone. And as far as items goes, that's not going to help us in any way. However, it is necessary for the story to continue. So let's just head back to some of the areas that we said that we need to dive down. The first one and the closest one being just actually behind this house, or we could just dive straight into the river over here, I guess. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if you could actually just come down here and jump up the side. I don't think so. So we're going to use the R2 button to dive. Remember, there will be a lot of, you know, hostile fish. They're actually really easy to kill. You just like slash them once and they're pretty much dead, but you know, they can just be annoying sometimes. Let's get that precious bait, and let's go back to the main area, or the main lake area anyway, if you will. Something I'm not sure of is if there was anything under here. I don't think there's anything under here, but I could be wrong. Maybe there was a carp though. Yeah, there's definitely a carp, so we'll kill him. Okay, his carp scale, since we did mention that we should probably get as much as possible, just to show you a few things a bit later. And this will take us back to the main lake. And under here, apart from a few good items, like whatever this is, probably scales or coin purses. I thought there were scales under here, I was wrong. We're actually going to find this guy, and the guy with red eyes, remember who was looking for a carp with red eyes? Yeah, that was Dojin, the surgeon. So now we can continue with his quest as well, so that's kind of cool. And also we're going to get that prayer bead, so definitely come back here as soon as you get the dive ability. And from here, really, we can just go home. We can use the idol and go back, or we could probably get out of here first before these guys kill us, because even if they don't do huge damage and they're really easy to kill, I really wouldn't underestimate them. So just get up onto the boat. I don't think they can hit you on the boat. I hope they can't hit you on the boat. And then you just want to go back to wherever. So there's a few things we want to do at the moment, or not want to do, but things we can do that we wasn't able to do in the past. A few underwater areas. We'll be going back to them right now, actually, except one. We're not going to go back to Ashina Castle underwater area. There is an area underwater in Ashina Castle where you actually have another headless fight, but we will be doing that a bit later on. Like I said, headless probably aren't the best option right now. But where we are going to go back is, I believe, only abandoned dungeons, because as far as underwater areas, Ashina Castle later on, Semple Temple will be the next place we're going. Sunken Valley, we haven't been there yet. Hidata Estate. There's like a few fish and stuff underwater there, but I don't think we need to show that. So yeah, let's go to Abandoned Dungeon, because that's the most important thing right now, anyway. Mainly, apart from the underwater thing, we can actually continue with Dojin's questline with the red-eyed fish. And I mean, we can't bring it to a total end right now, but we can do, you know, we can advance it almost to the end and just leave one little thing left to do for late game, because you pretty much can't do it right now anyway. So let's go and give the carp eyes into this guy. And you know, you're gonna now get another little gift, I guess. Nothing great, but you know, good upgrade item. Now what we want to do is rest to get him to advance his quest line. So make sure you go and do that. So just come to this one, or go up to the abandoned dungeon entrance shrine near Ashina Castle. Let's go back, and now we want to eavesdrop. So just eavesdrop. We're just going to skip through it just for the sake of not being here forever. And now we want to rest one more time over here. Now, technically this is kind of going to end the quest, but there you can actually find them and kill them, like both Dojin and the guy that you left there. So as you can see, he's now going to be in his little cage, I guess you can call it. So the way you get into that cage is actually with the diving ability, and yes, you do need the diving ability to do this. So we're going to dive down here. So watch out for the hostile fish. There's going to be some items, I believe, purses. 3 purses right there. And then you're going to head towards this item on the left, and this is actually going to take us to the entrance of an underground cave that will take us to the other side of his little cage. And you can obviously open it from this side, so you don't have to come back down this way if you don't want to. Just grapple on, or grab on, and you can talk to him now. You're going to get his note. And this guy really won't do anything else. He'll just sit there now. However, I think if you open the door, I'm not sure what exactly triggers it, but I think it's opening the door and then resting will now bring his quest to the final part, which is basically to kill him and whoever you took to him. They're not really going to be human anymore, obviously. This battle is tough, and I'm not going to be doing it right now. I'll do that later on if I remember. But, you know, you don't really get anything. You get some red clumps. As you can see, he's not there. And they should actually have moved to the little island in the corner over there. As you can see, I think from here already, no, I didn't want to jump down. Both of them will be just here with red eyes. There they are. Now these guys are really tough for this point in the game. I recommend to go in really, really late game if you want to take on them, because they are too. And yeah, it can be pretty damn tough. And once you kill them, that would just totally be the end of their side quest. So I don't think I'm forgetting anything. We do have 4 prayer beads though, so let's make sure we do that. And yeah, guys, next episode we'll be doing Senpou Temple. So if I did happen to forget anything, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you got any questions, please let me know in the comments, I guess. So yeah, guys, hopefully it was helpful. If it was, please go like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys. If this guide was helpful, please consider joining as a member by using the join button or using the link in the description. This will support the channel, allowing me to get even more games, to do even more video guides. Thanks for the support. Take care, guys.